Hey, what is going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video, and I wanted to do a trade recap for today's Monday, September 15th. It right now, by the time I'm recording this, is actually 1:22 p.m. So morning session already happened for me. I don't trade p.m. session New York time. I only trade the morning session, and I actually had a partial close and a break-even trade today. So let me just show you here what was my bias for the day coming into Monday, of course. As you can see in this area, I noticed going from higher time frame. Well, let me hide this that candle. All right. So right here, if you notice, we overnight price created a relative equal high, almost equal high. I think they were almost, yeah, almost equal highs. Price dropped, entered into this 4 hour imbalance that had created on Friday, right? We entered and retraced back up. You see, we did not close below, we just pierced into it and retraced back up. So you guys know I don't trade London session. I think today probably the best opportunity to trade it would have been during London because of that, based on higher time frame. Price bounce off of this higher time frame here, and literally this was a so obvious target right there, you know a beautiful double top. But notice what happened, right? Price actually went up. I wish it could have stayed in here until New York, and then probably looking for New York, looking for for formation, like probably something like this, during New York. But no, from that low, price started already displacing. So by the time New York session was opening, which was right there, you see, price was already so close to these highs. You know, I didn't get anything here to actually try to go long, to be honest. So all I had to do was just simply wait for these highs to be taken. Unfortunately, this move is gone from here up to here, where my session is opening. It's gone. So I just have to let it go. Now things can get tricky at this point because it was a good bias going from here to here, but by the time New York session is now pushing up and sweeping right here, right? What do you think it could happen? It could actually reverse. And that's, unfortunately, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying actually to look for a potential reversal. And the price actually did reverse, at least showed some signs. It wasn't the best, but it was a decent displacement back down. I wish this candle right here would have been a little bit stronger. It would have closed below, full body below the here, below this low. That's the change, as the market structure shift, right? And the change in the state of delivery would be here, right at the body, right? So we did have the change in the state. So I entered there. I actually took the sale and I placed my stop above the swing high. I was like, I mean, why not? It totally worth the shot. We recently manipulated highs, right? That we created this resistance overnight, right? We just manipulated. The only thing is, look at the time. We didn't have news today, so this movement is happening between 8 a.m. and 9:30, right? Stock exchange is not open yet. We didn't have any news today. This week we actually having FOMC is gonna be the strongest signal, the stronger report of news coming out. It's gonna be on Wednesday, 2 p.m. So that's gonna be in the afternoon. That means the morning session is probably gonna be pretty bad, pretty choppy. So, anyways, I took the sale. Price just immediately right after I entered, price decided to actually go up and I was cutting losses already somewhere there. I was actually just finishing, killing this trade. I was already out. Unfortunately, that's what happened. And then from there, if you see, price actually just went straight up. It did hold a 15 minute. Was it 15 minute? Yeah, I spotted this probably a little bit too late, but to be honest, I was not that interested in looking for buys. I was actually looking more for like for a reversal, to be honest. But I did ended up spotting later on an SMT with S&P 500. So I could have tried to go long right here, but I missed the opportunity. Pretty much, price continued pushing up, and it was up until this point right here. Oh, of course, let me just mark up here the 9:30. So this candle right here, this is 9:30 opening right here, right? As soon as the stock exchange opens, pretty much all we did was push up about 80 pips straight up. Then it started pulling back. In that pullback, I went to the 1 minute, which is not my favorite time frame to trade. I always say this. I really don't like it. However, I had formed this 5 minute. So I was trying to look for a small little internal model, I was concerned about probably me trying to go long when now at this point we could be actually having the reversal, that pullback, that correction, since we were so extended since London session, right? So I would have not been surprised if I would have got stopped out. To be honest, I was actually more looking into trying to look into the reversal. Plus, we are also creating. We kept creating record highs. We've been actually creating record highs. So it's so bullish. Market was so bullish. So, anyways, when that 5 minute fair value gap was created, I went to the lowest, went to the 1 minute, and I was waiting right here for a sign. So I did get a change in the state of delivery. And was that a 1 minute? It was actually on 2 minute time frame right here. We had the change in state. We formed a fair value gap, and I waited for that fair value gap to get tapped. As soon as the candle tapped, the next one was actually moving. I entered when this candle was actually live. When this candle was entering right here, I took the buy and I placed my stop loss here, and I was just literally targeting 1 to 2 R. You know, of course, I would be securing profits once price hits that high. So I'm already getting. You see, I'm getting somewhere. At least I'm getting a rejection on the 5 minute time frame, right? With displacement. I like that candle, and I like this fair value gap. So I'm going for this one. I'm actually entering in this one. I did not enter here. I could have probably entered here to have a better risk to reward. But again, as I'm saying, I was a little concerned about price reversing or trying to reverse, you know. So I decided to wait a little bit more and give me that fair value gap. And with that fair value gap, I entered, targeting 1 to 2. So price did this. Price actually pushed up, taking this high. As soon as it hit that high, I take partial profits and I move my stops to break even. Price came back to the break even. I knew it was possible. I knew that I would most likely lose this trade on break even. I mean, get this trade on break even, at least break even. So I was able at least to secure. So look at what happened. Price came back down again, and then it did end up actually going to the upside. So at the moment, this is actually where it is. Yeah, right now it's currently live. That's what it did. I wasn't looking for anything. Pretty much I want to say for Monday, yeah, the best movement started from here. Although I find this very difficult to find something here. I don't like how it played out right here. Like I'm telling you, if I would have been trading London session, this would have been very difficult to enter here because it did not give anything nice, any nice setup that I like from ICT. I don't know. I don't think I would have actually get an entry from here in lower time frame. It was horrible. So continuation right here, probably I could have bought from this 15 minute fair value gap when I saw the rejection. Probably here, see price respecting, maybe that changing the state of delivery. I could have entered there, but again, if I would have entered here, it would be my second position before 9:30. See, So I'm trying to hold myself from not making any entries before 9:30. As a matter of fact, look at this. If just check the indicator, by the way. I'm just going to show you what the indicator did. You see my sell here, this changing the state of delivery. If I open my Skynet Pro indicator, and of course, let me just put this session here, and I'm going to remove the money mode. Look, the indicator actually gave the signal right at that changing the state. This is right when I was entering. I was entering right there, placing my stop here. So let me just show you here. Boom, right there. You see? And projected the target as well to these lows. So it was a very simple. It was a you again, you don't need an indicator. You don't need this indicator. But if you're a beginner and you still don't know, you cannot spot this whenever there's a change in the state of delivery after a manipulation. If you don't know, this actually is going to help you, really going to help you. So but still, you see, you can still lose. Price reversed anyways. It did not end up playing out. It was so strongly bullish, and it totally makes sense to take the risk, to actually take the shot, right? So anyways, that was the loss right there. And then what else? I think it was on the 2 minute time frame. Was it on the 2 minute or 1 minute? I think it was on the 1 minute. Yep, 1 minute time frame right here. But notice, I got the signal. Look, if I would have used my indicator, I'm going to tell you right there, boom, you see, it printed the buy. It's targeting TP3, by the way. It's right at my 1 to 2 risk to reward. Of course, you see this would have hit. You already know what it did. Yep, that would have been a break-even trade anyways, regardless, right? After hitting TP2, price came back to the break-even point somewhere in this area. Oh, no, wait. No, the break-even point would have been actually right here. So barely. You would have still be alive. So there we go, right? With that signal. Now, look at this. If you enable the money mode, that means the indicator, I'm going to disable this right here, and I'm just going to enable the money mode, right? I'm just going to enable the money mode, and that's from 9:30 to 11:30. That means the indicator, it's only going to print signals within that time, right? So you see, if I would have been here on the 5 minute time frame, it would have not given me any sell signal right here, because I told the indicator, hey, I don't want to trade before 9:30, right? So it would have saved me actually from not taking any trades if I want to follow 100%, right? So something to have in mind, right? It only provided one trade. Let me just close here. One trade on the 1 minute time frame, and it was a win during this session right here. On the 5 again, but this is after 9:30. This is most of the times, most of my losses actually come, I'm not going to lie, come during this time. From 8 a.m. to 9:30, I want to say I want to say 90% of my losses come from this range right here. But it's so tempting, I have to say, it's so tempting. Sometimes I do get really good setups and they do play out. But most of the times it's actually after 9:30. So from 9:30 to 11, I want to say 11:30 maximum right there. This range is where the best trade setups come up, right? So with this indicator, again, you can, if you select that mode, you won't be tempted, right? The indicator is not going to print you anything. No matter what shows right there, you're not going to see anything. You're only going to be seeing during these kill zones right there. So basically, that's what it is. So anyways, hope it makes sense. If you're interested, just let me know in the comment section below, or follow us on our Discord. The link is going to be in the description. So if you have any questions, guys, let me know. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.